Okay, so did y'all see the video that Marcus Rogers put out off of Lecrae's video, right? Lecrae was talking about how at Diddy parties, they was really going at it. Like he was saying there was people going at it at the party. And Marcus Rogers took a clip from one of Lecrae's old videos with a new clip and put those together. And now when you look at it, it's like, Lecrae, we caught you, right? And I don't know, maybe that really did happen. Maybe Marcus is on to something. But have y'all noticed Marcus is always poking at Lecrae, right? Like, I don't know what type of Christian Marcus is, but he comes off as like a modern day Pharisee in a way. I like Marcus, don't get me wrong. I could kind of say the same thing about Ruslan or whoever he is too. Who is the other person? Shai Linne. They all kind of come off as like modern day Pharisees. Like they feel like they are more holier than other people. You know what I'm saying? And Ruslan, I'm not saying that Ruslan is like the worst of the worst, but I've seen, and I feel like when you look at Ruslan's like some of his like podcasts or videos, if you notice other people in the video are like trying to give Ruslan hints. Like they'll say like, yeah, people shouldn't be, you know, judging, or like they'll say that, and Ruslan's like, yeah. Well, I don't know why people do that. You know, I'm not saying that you know, that the conversations go kind of like that. I don't know if that's really, but that's kind of like how it seems, because I get that when I watch Ruslan. I'm like, so many videos that I watch of Ruslan, like it's like he puts out content when it's time to attack other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be the same way. I could be like, man, like I just want to be somebody that just puts out content every time something negative goes on in the rap community or the Christian hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I see that everybody does that because that's what gets the clicks. Drama is what gets the clicks. So I'm like, you know what? I'm cool with spreading positivity, right? When it's something to that extent, like something that I really don't know the details about. Now, I don't know. Ruslan, like I know when it was Gavi, Ruslan evidently had a deeper connection with it, but still, even if it's my brother or my sister, I'm not everywhere with them. You see what I'm saying? So I can be like, oh, you did X, Y, Z, because I may know some of the things, but I'm not with that person 24/7, 365. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like Bryann Trejo, for example. Bryann Trejo was one of, we used to be on stage with Bryann Trejo, but Bryann Trejo was one of those that, from the videos, I can't say what I've seen him do in person, because I've never seen him do this, not that I can remember. The concerts that we did in person, I don't know, I can't remember what he was doing. I was in my 20s back then, and I really didn't, my focus was not on Bryann. You know what I'm saying? To me, Bryann was just another dude that was there. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't see Bryann as this big figure because they hadn't really reached those height shit. They were just where we were back then. You know? And so when Shai Linne, Shai Linne, I feel like it's the same thing. I don't know about him now because I really don't pay attention to Shai Linne. Like I seen him like a couple years ago, but I just noticed that Shai Linne, Marcus Rogers, like they just have this thing to just attack Lecrae, and I think it's more because Lecrae is the bigger name. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at Terrance Gangsta Williams, for example. Terrance Gangsta Williams won't really entertain people that have like less views than him. Not saying that that's good or bad. Terrance Gangsta Williams has a strategy, right? He just got out of jail or whatever it was, or he got out of jail some time ago, and he's trying to figure out how YouTube and how the platforms work. He's like, oh, okay, so you can do X, Y, Z, and bam, get views. So he's like, okay, all you big names that are mentioning me, I'm gonna take that and use that. You see what I'm saying? For leverage, right? And I feel like that's kind of like what Marcus Rogers and and like Ruslan and Marcus Rogers said, yeah, they're doing it to build the community, to sharpen the body of Christ. But it's a right and wrong way to do that. And when you approach people like in a Pharisee type of, when you give off that Pharisee type of energy, right, you run more people away from Christianity. And I feel like that's part of what they want to do. They don't care. Like, either you gonna be on this side or you gonna be on this side. And I feel like that's how they come at it. And like some people, not everybody you don't need to be like coming at everybody with the sword. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like how in dating and relationships, like when you look at women think that they are the bigger person because they slash and dash and they cut everybody off. You see what I'm saying? Girl, let me tell you, I cut off him, I cut off him, I cut off her. And they think that that's making them the bigger person. You see what I'm saying? They cannot see that they are the problem, or they are a part of the problem. You see what I'm saying? Because all they know is I just gotta cut everybody off that's saying something different than what I feel. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. That's weird. In order for people to listen, you have to listen to them. And that's Pharisees don't do that. Modern day Pharisees do not do that. They don't listen. They hear you, but they don't, it doesn't register. It's like when they read the Bible. When a Pharisee reads the Bible or reads the scrolls or the scripts or whatever you want to call it, right? Pharisees encode it or decode it in a way that fits. What do they call it? I just see and exegete and eisegete. I think that's what it is. Like, but that's really what it is. Like, we all read from the same text pretty much, but everybody's getting a different interpretation. Kind of like the prosperity teachers, the charismatic movement, and the faith teachers. We all read from the same. Well, I don't know if they read from the King James, but I'm saying we typically we have the ability to all read from the same text. But they choose to say, nah, I like it this way because this way benefits me. You see what I'm saying? They're not looking at the other people. Like the charismatic movement, the prosperity gospel, they're not looking at all the people, the poor people that they are hurting. They're not looking at how God is going to judge them in the last days. Right? Marcus Rogers, like you bash Lecrae. Now Marcus, I don't hate Marcus. I'm gonna tell you how I found out about Marcus. Marcus had a video on Facebook, and in this video, he was talking about how it's a long time ago. He was talking about how he was military. I didn't know he was a Christian. I just knew he was a military, I think. And he was talking about how men have like a high sex drive or something like that, and it was God had like made it that way to help, like, I guess multiply the world or whatever, you know, something along those lines he was saying. And Tony Evans kind of had like some of the same approach on a similar topic, and so that was one of the things that caught my attention with Mark. I was like, man, it's a cool dude. So I kind of been knowing him since, right? But like, if you look at Marcus, you can tell he's still kind of like I don't know what his teaching. I don't know if he was Mormon or how he was brought up, Jehovah's Witness. I don't know what it was, but you can tell his teaching is slightly, you know what I'm saying? It's slightly, or his learning or whatever. Like, it's slightly a little more like toward the Pharisee side, right? Which is, a lot of Christians are like that. They're more toward the kind of Old Testament kind of, you know what I'm saying? We're going to uphold this and this and this. Not the Old Testament is to close the mouth of everybody. That includes you, Marcus. That includes me. That includes Ruslan. That includes Bryann Trejo. That includes, you know what I'm saying, Shai Linne. If y'all haven't learned that elementary teaching, this is why you still in elementary in the Old Testament. Like, read all that, learn about all that, the history of all that, and then come into the new, what we on now. Like, y'all mixing Hagar and Sarah, y'all mixing the old and the new. Man, let me get off here. This finna be a whole, boy, I write a book.